What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Showtime is Blazer King with King's Critiques, and we're back where Hikaru died. And the last episode, well, we got less of certain kind of vibes and more of the horrific vibes to things when it seemed like Hikaru was going to take out one of him and Yoshiki's friends because she knew a little bit too much. Now, are they going to admit to her that she was right at some point soon? Let's hope, otherwise things could get dangerous for her. But that being said, let's find out what's going to go down in this one. Is she going to come down to another incident like that? Is whatever ghost, spirit, whatever we saw in the last episode, rear its ugly head, make an appearance itself and cause her or somebody else some trouble? Or is it just going to be that guy who looks like the love child between Nanami and Gojo making his head known? We can find out all of that, and you can let me know your thoughts ahead of time by dropping a comment for anything that might be in your mind, whether it be beforehand or after the fact to do with the show, or anything I do or say or could do better. I think it's always appreciated to hear such things, as it is to let the video run through, let me get the watch time, and hit the like button, and subscribe. And here's another really fucked up question. If people, do the G word to aliens or demons who don't know any better, is that considered a bad thing or a logical thing? Meanwhile, he's still trying to act like everything's normal after what happened in the other episode, and Yoshiki, while still trying to act friendly, ain't on that mindset, fam. You gotta give it time. Interesting. Do you have any alternative plans in mind, sir? Wait, the actual day of the choir thing. Interesting. Neither of them are there. They're off. They ditched school. They're making out behind some kind of shed. Okay, clearly not. Then again, Yoshiki has been in never mind. Honestly, here's the crazy part. Like, even if I did want to retrain my brain to, like, maybe have the red guys here be like, oh, you're using the language we want you to. Here, we might push your video a little bit. I don't know if I can mentally handle trying to do all of that, because, like, listen, the way that people are, I don't know, sensitive nowadays, so you gotta change everything to be something else so the red platform is happy. It's just so annoying. Like, really. Having to change your own vernacular, having to retrain everything you know to appease the red guys to how they are nowadays in this soft fucking time. Because I get that some things are triggering, trust me, I know. I've been blocked on social media platforms because people saw a word or a name they didn't like, which is fucking insane, by the way. Like, honestly, if something bothers you, at least tell the person. Don't just go... Because I understand blocking people out of hatred, but, like, there's blocking people for hatred of things that can't be resolved, and then there's blocking people for hatred of things where you're just an asshole. Anyway. Sorry. That just kind of had to come to mind real quick. What do you mean? We're totally not ditching school so I can try and kill you. I mean, what? Oh, I'm sorry. Unalive! Ah! The K word is so mean and evil! Actually, that's the even crazier part. I wonder if the actual title of the show is something that holds these videos back, because it has the D word in it for died. Oh no, the horror! Ha ha ha! Honestly, if anything else, I feel like me being so true to myself is probably the one thing that could be deemed as entertaining by people. If only the videos could be, like, seen more by people. Then again, when my videos do get, like, a good handful of views, I'm pretty surprised, but, like, maybe those videos are the ones I, like, swear less naturally, because I'm actually talking about something wholesome. But, I've seen no consistencies, and I'm the type of person that really hates wasting my time, hence, I had a conversation with myself before starting about not wanting to answer the IT people on Twitter from my computer because they're completely worthless and have only wasted my time so far. But that's another topic. I'm sorry. I got on the whole fucking sensitivity thing and then derailed myself again. Okay, and have we even gotten some sort of, like, reasoning behind Yoshiki's sister just not going to school? Because the one episode, she was kind of valid for it when that wig demon popped up or whatever. But otherwise, she's like a middle schooler, and this is a base stereotype, my bad. But in her kind of area, you'd think the schools are actually, like, trying to do things, right? So why isn't she just going to school? Are they going to give us a good reason to why she's not? You know, like whatever happened to Yoshiki's father or something has to do with it? Because so far, she's just like a delinquent. High key. And I'm somebody who quit school, so being called a delinquent by me is kind of hypocritical, but like, she's in middle school. Like, she should be going to school. I understand not going to middle school in America to where, high key, I'm pretty sure they just, like, stop teaching kids actual things. Like, they stop teaching the things they have to, you know, your science, your history, your math, whatever. Pretty sure they just stopped teaching all that and taught everything that kids need to learn to be acceptable in the next generation society. I could be wrong by that. You know, anyone who knows someone who goes to elementary or middle school can let me know, because high schools, I'm pretty sure they did just give up completely. But elementary, middle, I feel like it varies from school to school nowadays, but even they're starting to just not give a shit anymore. But yeah, if you know anybody who's that low of age, you can let me know if I'm right or if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong. I do hear there is a bunch of lower grades that are being taught the most, I can say asinine because that's an actual word, things. Anywho, back to it. Hell yeah. Get some Hunter x Hunter ripoff in there with the addition of a big booby girl, because there are none of those in Hunter x Hunter. Well, none as a main character anyway. Like, the shadow trope, they definitely have at least one. And by the way, Shizuka, she actually saw that rough interaction. Because pretty sure she was like far gone by that point. I'm not gonna lie, when the screen went black, my heart skipped a beat because there was an issue that happened last night again, where I clicked a YouTube video after closing Star Rail and everything just died on my screen. And also, can somebody explain the logic behind the most expensive computer I've ever owned also being the worst computer I've ever owned? Because, like, there's so many good qualities about this computer. It's just all the random bullshit it does otherwise that it shouldn't be doing. That is just insane. I was going to say, I'm not going to go over all the issues, but good lord. Like, having a good IT team, you'd think would be helpful. Unfortunately, the people on Twitter are the most useless IT team I've ever run into, because they tell me to do this, that, and the other thing, and it's just all wrong, so I stopped respecting their opinion, and now they're harassing me on Twitter. And eventually I do want to just respond to them and be like, sorry, like, you guys haven't been giving me good advice at all. The best advice I got was from someone elsewhere. You know, they told me to do a couple of things, and those couple of things worked better than the things you told me to do. Now, if I could trust them to be able to fix the other random crap that's wrong with my computer, we'd be golden. Unfortunately, like, y'all have probably seen at least a couple of incidents that have happened while I've had this computer. Now, like the thing that happened with Aha around that one time, because OBS decided to randomly be like, we don't want to work anymore. That was a fun one. Oh, or like the, you know, semi-finale to Solo Leveling. You know, the season 1 when that happened. That wasn't... Was that this computer? That might have even... No, that wasn't this computer. That was the... No, actually, no, it was this computer because it happened in season 2, not season 1. Ah... Good times having to rely on technology to do the thing you want to do as a job, or else you'll... Oh, there's that girl again. We know where she's from. We all know, even though it's been banned from the internet. So we all accept something's about to get really fucked up, right? Full disclosure. Because there's like a choir singing, they're panning to like a couple of different key points going on around the town. That usually points to something bad's about to happen. So does it have to do with Hikaru, whatever trees being cut down, or that ghost we saw in the last episode? Okay, and unrelated to what I just said, we'll bask in just a little bit of a gay moment. Because, like, winning something from a crane game for somebody, come on, that's pretty couple standard, isn't it? Timber! Oh, is his father still around? Honestly, I haven't even noticed him in any of the episodes, so I guess what I said earlier can be disregarded. Okay, that is very concerning to say for anybody, I imagine, is to receive the, oh, it's good to hear you're doing well. Told it I said to take care. And then just hang up. That is a very concerning conversation to have. And, like, I am accurately aware as somebody who is in that complete state of mind where that would be a conversation they'd have with their parents. Well, in my case, my mother, but, like, whatever. Then again, I guess the way you properly, I'm not going to say properly, because, like, for people who have some hope in their life, it's definitely not, like, promoted to do such things. But if you're ever going to make the crazy choice to do such a thing, which again, if you have any sort of hope in your life for anybody that loves you, probably not a great idea. Especially to the kind of people who you would want to have that conversation with. Because, honestly, as long as you have somebody you would make that phone call to, it's not worth it, fam. Again, might be a little hypocritical because I do keep saying my cats are the only thing keeping me from doing that, other than like the massive waves of content and stuff that are coming out for things. But eventually that's just not going to be good enough. And now she realizes it. Like, why would he have called during school hours? She realizes it just now. Though, hold on. I will, like, what is his point of doing what he's doing currently? Is it to just run away with Hikaru to get him away from everybody else from that dangerous situation? Because there are 2 points to that I have the thought of. One, he's either trying to go away with Hikaru and maybe just end up getting himself killed, worst case scenario. Or B, he does go away with Hikaru, maybe go a couple towns over, and then get some news that some bad stuff is happening in their hometown that has nothing to do with Hikaru, but definitely has to do with spirits and demons and stuff. So they need to, like, get back to protect everybody. Because that second thing seems like anime standard, really. I've seen a couple times, the story where the protagonist is like, man, I'm not good to be around everybody. There's always danger around. I should leave. I'm gone. Like, y'all take care. And then they go, and then an episode or two later, it's like, come back, everyone is dying! Actually, that's basically how the Boo saga went. Normally that's a funny joke. In your case, you might be literal. Pause. Gay thumbnail. Like, listen, if everything from Watanabe says anything, I embrace the gay thumbnails. Wait, maybe that's an even better gay thumbnail. Before it pops up with the Netflix overlay. Ice cream, movies, beautiful scenery, almost like it's a date. Although he seems not too into it. Unfortunate. Dude, literally though, the complete kill me stare in his eyes is just evident. I understand that stare. I have that stare a lot. Yoshiki's not going to try and kill Hikaru, is he? Because that's probably not going to go over so well. Oh shit, he might actually be trying to kill Hikaru. That's not going to go over well. He was willing to break his phone over it. Man, that is probably an incredibly regrettable choice in many ways. Because, like, trying to stab a demon that has really good reflexes, possibly automatic reflexes. Are you insane? Like, this demon has had some kind of gay crush on you since day one, and you're trying to kill it. in your own home, where your family's going to be. Those are some balls on Yoshiki. Oh, it's been turned around. Oh no, okay, he did get him. Though that's probably not a good thing. Yeah, you just did the thing. Why is understandable, but now you have to live with what's about to happen. And I'm going to guess that what's about to happen is not the demon within Hikaru dying. You're gonna go through some shit, though. You might get lucky and he might run away, being upset about the situation. Yeah, he realizes he fucked up. Why did he even try? Yep. He was what? Like, that's how these stories go. Matter of fact, this is just kind of equates to the mice and men thing, except for they were brothers and not gay. Well, you never know what kind of fucked up thing is in people's heads, but like, yeah, in that case they were brothers, not gay. And instead of being a demon, the one was just like... For all intents and purposes of the word that was used within the book, I'm going to say the word and then say what it actually probably was. Lenny was... Wait, was Lenny the big guy? Whatever. The big guy was, for all intents and purposes, a retard. That was the actual definition, and probably what they called him a time or two. I haven't read that book in years. I wouldn't be sure. Now, however, I could give credit to, with today's knowledge, that he was just a low-functioning autistic person, and things got out of hand, and he had to... But, yeah, I kind of figured... Like, I didn't know he would take it willingly, but he's pretty much at the point where I already tried to kill you, so I know it's coming, so... He's still not even sure if he wants to take Yoshiki out. He's like, I don't want to kill you. You just tried to kill me, but I still don't want to kill you. But if you're asking me to kill you, I'll kill you. Okay. That is freaky. Like, well, it's freaky. The show does provide some really interesting animation and art style for stuff. Like, Hikaru reaching right inside of himself. What is he doing? Oh, wait, actually, I think I know what he's doing here. Is he trying to, like, pull out his heart to give it to Yoshiki in, like, One Piece Law style? To where it's like, if you want me dead, destroy this. What did this man just pull out of his body? Okay, so yeah, basically what I said. Okay, to be fair, fam, you know the answer to that. We know the answer to that. I've said the answer to that multiple times. That's what I'm saying, like, his feelings that he didn't belong wherever he was. So, like, maybe he is the lesser of two evils. Like, he still has really fucked up and evil shit happening with him, but maybe there's something worse out there. Something only he can stop. To be fair, I get where Yoshiki's coming from. Like, high key, if I ever got a knock on my door and randomly it was the person I've been waiting for my whole life, specifically the person I had already met once in my life, and I just lost access to them because of some bullshit, real or fake, I'd go with it. If I ended up dying, I'd at least be happy. Like, this is the crazy part. Like, an AI can copy stuff a little bit, but they don't know what you're actually out for. If some alien or demon, like, got into my brain and went and just formed whoever I wanted, regardless of what would happen, I'd take it. Because there's one singular individual, I don't even know what she looks like anymore, but if I ever got that random knock and got that information, or a random phone call, random message, I would give my everything. Like, might be creepy, might be weird, but I've Googled that person, I've looked them up on Facebook several times throughout the last 16 years, to no avail. So that either means the one thing of, she did the thing I've been tempted to do half of my life, and that's very regrettable. Or on the other end, just completely off the internet somehow. I don't think people can be that easily off the internet. I could be wrong, but I'll never know until I know. Just having this casual conversation with a knife hanging out of him, by the way. Also, to be fair, you can't even say that him trying to kill Hikaru is like a damaging thing in the relationship. Some couples get off to that. I mean, look at Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Or that, like, newer movie that's kind of a knockoff of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I feel like that's dangerous territory. I like how the credits are making it seem like it's a season finale, but really it's just the mid-season. Okay, that's a funny Google search, and that's completely valid, though. If I ever bled on my fucking white shirts for any reason, I'd be Googling the same stuff. And I'm pretty sure the answer comes down to bleach, but I guess we'll see whatever answers it gives us in the next episode. Alright, so I had a lot of, like, overreactions to things things I shouldn't have an overreaction about, but hey, listen. Between general life stuff and the way YouTube does things, it just... God, it's so frustrating. Because, like, honestly, I wish I didn't have to, like, do my best to censor the way I talk to please the red guys over here, so they might let my videos be seen a little bit more. Because I'm pretty sure in this day and age, it actually is accurate that if you, like, swear or say the wrong words, even if it just in general, and even by a certain point early in the episode, they'll look at your video and go, yeet! And just throw it down into the barrels of society. Meanwhile, I'm actually trying to, like, give people some good life lessons 90% of the time. This one wasn't about life lessons per se. Most of this was just, like, my own frustrated thoughts and talking about their gay shit, but listen, you want a life lesson? I'm pretty sure the whole thing with Yoshiki and Hikaru is a good life lesson of, for the most part, you know, even if somebody seems like they're a little different, that's fine. Embrace them, you know, try and help them learn, try and help them be better. Not in the aspect of, like, the G word, mind you, but, like, just helping them be a better person. You know, actually, speaking mostly on how things are today, you know, globally, specifically America, say you, like, meet somebody, say you actually get along with them really well. However, the bad part is they don't speak very good English, or whatever your language of choice is. That way you two can, like, get along and you can teach each other's languages. That would be the kind of fine thing that could happen in today's society with how many different languages are going around. You know, two people meeting and barely being able to communicate, so they'd spend their time teaching each other these things. Now, granted, adorable shit like that happening is very, very low in today's society, but it could still happen. You know, I'm not going to say my thoughts of, you know, getting lucky enough to run into somebody who has some problems and, like, teaching them better, but weirdly, isn't that kind of like, I think that's actually the story similar to how the Don Avedon parent story went. His father being just the most Jewish of Jewish people with all the Hebrew, you know, language and dialect and all of that, and his mother, like, helped temper it down a little to be a good mix. You know, that kind of thing is what I'm talking about. I also could be completely wrong on that aspect of things fully. You know, if maybe he just got it organically, because at least in the beginning half of their careers, questionable sometimes from the things I heard from that man. Hilarious, but questionable. But regardless, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Anywho, speaking of the episode, though, do you think Yoshiki's whole plan to try and do better with this demon Hikaru is going to work now that he has, like, a part of him that makes him less of a monster, so to speak? Will he have trouble killing any of the other demons that might rear their ugly heads in this whole debacle? Or what? Because honestly, I feel like since my other thought didn't go over, that might be how it is in the next demon to rear its head. There's going to be some issue with Hikaru fighting it. But you can let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section, as well as about any other shows, movies, etc. I should check out this season, next season, or in general, Also, please do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the gaming channel in the description, ring both bells like Facebook, follow Twitter, and Blue Sky, keep updated with things. TikTok, Patreon, get the full and visual and audio stuff I upload over here. Next month, guaranteed, because I finally got somebody in my family, to hook me up with a Patreon subscription. So, starting in October, I can start uploading stuff again there. And I have so many backed up files on this flash drive from the last, 2 months at least. And then there's going to be even more added into that flash drive from the next few weeks. So it's going to be a fun time on Patreon for anybody who subscribes over there. So don't forget. Actually, even better if you want to hook me up in October to refresh the amount of time I'll be able to upload stuff. That'd be cool too. Because if somebody new subscribes in October, then that'll give me up until January to upload stuff. That'd be a good time. At least of how I think things work. Anywho, go follow on Purple Prime for free. Helps me out a lot temporarily. This for the long term. You know how it does. Check out the playlist here. Let room through rough conversations with the stuff within whatever. Check out the video recommended to you by YouTube here if you're watching the smaller version, the bigger version to see what you missed. Until next time, been the Blazer King with King's Critique. Out for now. Peace.